Hey everyone, this is Exploring Fiction, and welcome back to another video. So today I just wanted to give my full thoughts on Season 1 of Hawkeye. And the usual disclaimer before we get started, I don't really like calling my videos reviews because that makes me feel like I'm laboring through watching or reading or whatever, going through them. And I really like to sit back and see how much enjoyment I can get out of everything. So that's why these videos are like initial thoughts instead of a quote unquote review. So just keep that in mind. It's basically a review, but I like to keep it more informal. And I feel like that's my favorite way of presenting these videos to you. And also another disclaimer, there will be spoilers ahead for Season 1 of Hawkeye, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it, and then come back and check out this video. So, I made a video a couple weeks back on the first two episodes of Hawkeye right after they dropped. And now, after having seen the full show, I can confidently say this is the best of all the MCU Disney Plus shows. I thought it was the most consistent. I thought the tone stayed the same, and the stakes never varied, and all the episodes were pretty good. So as far as positives go, again, the chemistry between Clint and Kate Bishop was amazing, and I really liked that in the first two episodes, and it continued and I think got a lot better as the show went on, especially as Kate Bishop kind of came into her own as Hawkeye, or the next Hawkeye. And that brings me to the character of Kate Bishop, played by Haley Steinfeld. And she, in this series to me, was one of my favorite characters. She's one of my favorite new characters from Marvel, post-Endgame characters especially. And the big thing for me was she really felt like she earned her keep as a superhero. She wasn't, as I was afraid she was going to be, she wasn't SJW-ized, where she was just suddenly as good, as competent, and as powerful as Clint. She actually had to work for it. She lost things. Clint warned her she would lose things. And she was really likable. I thought they would kind of pull a Captain Marvel and make her just able to do everything right away and kind of stiff and not likable, but Haley Steinfeld betrayed her really well, and the writing really showed that she did have things to lose, and she wasn't just a know-it-all who could automatically do everything. So that was awesome. Clint Barton back as Hawkeye was great. Another positive was Jack Duquesne, who was kind of the red herring, you think he's the villain, but he's not. And he's actually Swordsman from the comics, which I didn't even realize until like the last episode. The action was pretty good throughout. I was happy with it. I was happy to see Yelena, Black Widow's sister, although I'll touch a little bit more on her later. And the last great thing I would say about this show, like I said at the beginning, was its consistency in tone, stakes, and action. Now, other shows like WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I thought, especially WandaVision, was decent throughout the beginning. Keep in mind, I thought Falcon and Winter Soldier was kind of trash, but anyway, at least WandaVision was decent throughout the beginning, and the finale just dropped off a cliff. It became such a mess for me, both action-wise and character-wise, and I was just not a fan, and that hurt my enjoyment of the show a lot. But with Hawkeye, I thought that all the episodes, including the finale, kind of knew where they stood within the MCU and amongst each other, and really felt like a good cohesive story that never got too big or too small. So that was great. And of course, the big reveal, seeing Kingpin back in the MCU, or possibly first time in the MCU considering what they do with the Daredevil show, was great. I loved that. So now getting to the things I didn't like quite as much. First of all, I hope that Kingpin's not dead. If they killed Kingpin in a episode/episode and a half appearance, then that's unforgivable, and my rating of this show will plummet significantly. So that's the first thing. Kingpin, if he's not still alive, then that would be a killer for this show. Now, I know that whole scene at the end where he supposedly gets shot is a recreation from the comics, so I have hope, but I'm just putting that out there. One other negative for me that was kind of surprising was Yelena in episode 5. In the finale, I liked her a lot, but honestly, the whole scene between her and Kate Bishop in Kate's apartment felt really forced to me. Now, I thought Yelena was great with comedy in the Black Widow movie, but in episode 5, for some reason, her comedy and her jokes felt really forced and awkward, and I was just kind of sitting there cringing in my seat, and I just didn't really enjoy any of her jokes. They didn't land for me. Now, like I said, in the finale, she was better, but that's just a small little negative I had. One other one was kind of Echo and the Tracksuit Mafia. I thought Echo was played great, but her and Kazi and the Tracksuit Mafia were kind of for me. Like, they seemed a little comical for the villains, but that might be a parallel to the comics, I'm not sure. And then I don't really understand why she had to kill Kazi in the finale. Like, I understand that she wanted to leave and he didn't, but I feel like they at least could have worked that out without her killing him. But I'm decently excited for the Echo spin-off. I don't know much about her character, so I guess we'll see where that all goes. But anyway, here's my overall thoughts to wrap it up. Hawkeye is definitely the best of the Disney Plus MCU shows. Definitely the best by far. It has the best character chemistry, best consistency, best tone, best low stakes, as it should be for a character like Hawkeye, but also a lot of charm. So, I just really enjoyed the characters interacting with each other. The action was good, the story was pretty good, and so I was really happy with this show. I can't wait to see more of Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. Her character really, really made a good impression on me, especially because I was apprehensive about how they would handle her character. So, guys, although Hawkeye has some flaws, it is definitely the best MCU show on Disney Plus, and if you really feel like it, you need to check it out. It is very good. So, thanks for watching this video. Leave a like if you agree or enjoyed. Comment and tell me your thoughts below. Subscribe if you're new and you're enjoying my content, and I will see you next time.